Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Rosenbaum, and welcome to the Valued Self program website. In this short video, I want to introduce you to a transformational process that I've used on myself for many years, and I've been fortunate to use with many clients to help them overcome low self-esteem. What does the Valued Self help with? The Valued Self helps with issues like depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, helping people find life direction, and helping people who are looking to really find happiness in their life. How does the Valued Self work? The Valued Self uses the principles of value processing therapy. And in this short video, I want to introduce you to that. And of course, you're going to get a lot more information on this once you enter the members-only site. Value processing therapy teaches you how your self-esteem developed and how you can change it by reprocessing the values that your self-esteem is based on. So what does that mean? So let me show you this picture of a young boy measuring himself based on height. And this is something that is a metaphor that I use to help people understand where their self-esteem comes from. This little boy is using the value of height to measure himself. So 3 feet 3 inches, he wants to see how he measures up to that height. And he may be thinking he's coming a little short based on this criteria of height and hoping that he will grow more. Well, the truth is we all do this, and this is sourced in our childhood where we were looking to our environment, looking to our parents, looking to our teachers, our friends to see what our value was, what our worth was. And this is really rooted in a type of psychology called self-psychology, that what we're doing throughout our childhood is looking for clues to see whether or not we are actually worthwhile. And based on the messages we received as children, we received an answer whether we were worthwhile or not worthwhile. We were also told what conditions we had to meet in order to feel worthy of our parents, our friends, our teachers' criteria. Now, what we didn't know is subconsciously or consciously, these different important caretakers, these important people with important roles in our lives when we were children, had different criterias that they were using that were most likely subconsciously passed on from their childhoods. Whether that criteria was something that was internal to them, that they truly felt is important, like values or morals, or whether it was something more external, like looks, or like obedience, or whatever those values may be. And so we were like little sponges as children, just picking up all the different criteria or values that we had to satisfy in order to feel worthwhile. And this process of value processing, what it does is it takes this information from the subconscious realm into the conscious realm, where you're no longer just subconsciously not feeling good enough because of all these different criteria, all these different masters, so to speak, that we have to satisfy subconsciously, and not really being clear about that. And we bring that into the conscious and are able to look at it and say, do these criteria really match with my values, with my deep values? And for many of us, this will be a process of really discovering what values we really believe in, what is really important to us, and using that as our criteria for ourselves and being able to separate ourselves from many of these external criteria. So that's a little bit of an introduction. So when people ask what is self-esteem, very clearly, self-esteem is the net result of your self-assessments. You sit there, you measure yourself based on certain criteria. This little boy, it's very simple. He's using height as his criteria. But when you look at your thoughts, there are many different criteria that we're using. And we give ourselves, so to speak, scores and points based on the way we are measuring ourselves and based on these different criteria, and we give ourselves a score. So that's why I say self-esteem is the net result of your self-assessments. And what are your self-assessments based on? They're based on values. So that's a little bit of an introduction to what we're going to be doing in this program. And what you're going to be getting in the members-only program, in the members-only site, is a 40-minute instructional video that will walk you through value processing therapy, so you understand how to do it. It's designed to be a self-help process. Of course, you can do this with a trained therapist or with a coach, but it is designed at this point to introduce you to it and be able to accomplish a lot in a self-help format. So you're going to get this 40-minute instructional video. It has an accompanying workbook that you're going to be receiving that you can use to follow through the instructional video, and you can pause the video as you go through the different exercises and work on identifying your core values, identifying your external values, identifying what those core values will lead you to, which is a mission statement, your goals, and so on and so forth. The different pieces help you remove those blocks. And you're going to get the full text of the Valued Self Handbook, which is a handbook that I've published, and you're going to get this included in the program. That's going to really fill in a lot more information. You can spend more time reading about value processing, reading about how your self-esteem developed, and reading about how to change it. And then you're going to go back to the workbook again and be able to really hone in on your self-esteem and on getting more control in changing your self-esteem. And you're also going to be in the text of the handbook, you're going to be getting a scale to measure your self-esteem. So as you go through this process, use this over the next couple weeks and months, you'll be able to measure your self-esteem numerically. The cost of the program is $95, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you try this and it doesn't work for you, you just decide you're just not going to use it, go ahead and follow the process. It's in the frequently asked questions area, the process of getting a refund, and it's no problem, but we're so confident this is going to work for you. We're happy to offer this to you. So without further ado, if this sounds like something that is important to you and this is a valuable area for you to invest in, go ahead and purchase this program, and we'll see you in the members only side.